Good morning, everyone. Now, welcome to Run 7 of NUS GRIP Liftoff Day 2022. My name is Sarah Ann Kay, and I am your host for today. Ever since its inception, the NUS Graduate Research Innovation Program has helped many postgraduate students transform their research into deep tech startups. Now, GRIP provides all the knowledge and skill sets necessary, providing industry linkages to real-world problems, to providing the mentorship, funding, and other support necessary in a structured 12-month program. Today, the teams have already been through the Venture Hothouse, an intense 3-month program that guides the teams along the startup process from product and market validation, cost and business analysis, to IP and growth strategies. They have also already gone through the investment pitch day, where the teams have presented their startups to the investment panel for funding up to $100,000 from NUS. And today, the culmination of all their preparation during the Venture Hothouse, the teams are now ready to present their startups to the world. If you're here today and do hear anything that you like, do be reminded that at the end of today's session, you will be able to book a 20-minute private meeting with the teams you are interested in to ask them all the questions you need. Now, GRIP has already produced fine teams and startups, the likes of BX, Syngro, and Invigilo. So do keep your eyes peeled for the next success story. Without further ado, I would like to invite NUS Deputy President, Innovation and Enterprise, Professor Freddie Boy, to say a few words.
Good morning to every one of you. And on behalf of NUS, may I warmly welcome you to the 7th NUS Graduate Research Innovation Program, GRIP, Liftoff Day. It's hard to believe that in these few years through the pandemic, we now come to the 7th run of our GRIP program. This really shows the evidence that NUS totally believe in the value of innovation and entrepreneurship. Since 2018, GRIP has been committed to enabling transformation of our talent and technologies into investable and sustainable global deep tech companies. Deep tech companies and its relevance will continue to expand, particularly for Singapore. And successful deep tech ventures like those from GRIP will be able to bring together multiple NUS postgraduates, researchers, innovators, and entrepreneurs to solve problems and create investable opportunities. To date, we have trained 128 teams, 348 entrepreneurs in this team over these 7 successful runs. These teams have received over $26 million in external investments. This is more than 4 times the amount that NUS itself has invested in these teams and startups. For this Liftoff Day, we have 19 very interesting and diverse teams from sustainability, engineering, healthcare, food and agriculture, ICT, of course, artificial intelligence, and even InsurTech. I have been inspired by these innovators, and they are harnessing the power of deep tech to have a transformational impact in Singapore and the world. For this run, GRIP startups are looking to address sustainability. And some examples will include Cerec Tech, which are enabling more efficient and cost-effective hydrogen production, accelerating the energy transition to green hydrogen and decarbonized industry. Yet another startup, Brain, recycles used solvents for industry use in the semiconductor industry, reducing costs, improving waste management. Metallica is another interesting startup that focuses on recycling of very precious industrial metals with the world's first scalable bio-recovery process, reducing costs and processing with near zero waste and carbon emissions. Food is a very important arena today for NUS, Singapore, indeed the whole world. And food sustainability is an area of importance. Mindful Drinks, a potential startup, today will aim to present to you how they can help reuse spent coffee grounds and make it into tasty alcoholic beverages. We also have a number of agri-tech startup companies, for example, Sense Analytics, who aims to solve the challenge of detecting plants diseases and insects to reduce yield loss. Their 24-hour non-invasive sensing system helps to detect volatile chemicals released by the distressed, diseased, or pest-infected plants, preventing an outbreak. Their technology can also track the quality of farmers' produce and help them to analyze how they can improve their yields, which will be helpful for local farmers in Singapore and in this region as we strive to fulfill our 30 by 30 vision. In the medtech sector, we see 3 NUHS, National University Health System startups and healthcare professional teams in this run. I'm very happy to see that NUHS is contributing increasingly to our GRIP effort. The areas include simple biomarker tests to guide cancer treatment choices, detecting exosomes through dyes, and an innovative exfoliation solution for diabetes patients. These startups are called Polygomir, Aquarella, and Exfolio, respectively. They hope to support different areas of the healthcare system and give patients access to more personalized, precise, and effective out-of-hospital care. This run also marks the beginning of success between NUS and Singapore University of Technology and Design, SUTD. We welcome them in our collaboration. We signed an MOU during the InnoFest last year, whereby both universities will collaborate not just on research translation, but also commercialization of SUTD's technology and intellectual property through the GRIP program. So this round, we will have Ndots, who empowers talents and companies towards the future of work using the best AI and knowledge graphics by opening up our GRIP program for them. It has helped to foster greater vibrancy in our startup ecosystem and facilitate sharing of information, resources, and access to technology innovation. So we really look forward to a post-pandemic world. Major challenges continue to impact our economy, and I look forward to new ideas and effective and impacting solutions to real-world problems, incorporating businesses into it and adopting to accelerate innovation. So thank you all for joining us, and I really hope that you will enjoy the sessions to come. And for investors, you will have a fruitful time in choosing and picking the ones that you would like to invest. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Freddie Boy. Now today's liftoff day will be divided into 2 batches of about 10 teams each. The first half, from 9:45 a.m. to 10:45 a.m., will see the teams from engineering, sustainability, infocom tech, and artificial intelligence. We will then have a 15-minute break. And the second session will start at 11 a.m. with the teams from healthcare, food, and agri-tech pitching. Now, each team will present to you their 3-minute pitch, after which I will call them in for a brief question and answer session. If any team does catch your eye, book a private 20-minute one-on-one session with the teams so that they can answer all your queries. You can do so at the link gripliftoff.com. Click on the Meet the Teams button, select the team you would like to meet with, and click on Book a Meeting and select the time slot for today and today only. The sessions start at 12:30 p.m. Popular teams do get their time slots snapped up really quickly, so book them fast. Fastest fingers first, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is GRIP.
Startups have a lot of risk and uncertainty, so I plan to start small. However, they showed me our full potential. They showed me how to dream bigger.
Becoming an entrepreneur, we had to change our way of thinking. They didn't just give us answers, they gave us the conviction.
You can have ideas and a vision, but you need a team. They brought me a community filled with diverse skills and perspectives. They made me feel part of something bigger.
Commercializing new technology can be challenging with all sorts of problems. They showed me how to build a product that meets the market needs. They helped me realize setbacks are part of building something better.
They took the time to understand who we are and where we come from. They equipped us with the tools we needed for our journey.
NUS GRIP was with us every step of the way.
NUS GRIP has welcomed a diverse range of people and technology. We are very proud that our flagship innovation program has given all these wonderful talents a platform to succeed.
We are delighted at how NUS GRIP has grown and is contributing to the startup ecosystem, not just in Singapore, but the region as well.
Excited? Now to kick off our liftoff day, our first team aims to transform buildings while producing clean energy. Please welcome Power Facade.
Hi everyone, I am Dr. Zhang Qianning from Power Facade. We transform our buildings to produce clean energy and reduce carbon emissions. There are abundant solar energies in the urban area. We Power Facade aim to harvest this renewable energy on building facades and reduce carbon emissions. Building Integrated Photovoltaics, BIPV, is our solution. BIPV means that we integrate PV panels with the building systems. However, there are still several issues of this integration, although BIPV is not a new concept. First, it's hard to install the PV panels on facades. Second, the traditional PVs are not visually pleasing for facades. Third, the efficiency is low. Our BIPV products with 3 deep tech patents can solve these problems one by one. They are prefabricated in the factories and designed as Lego style to be allowed fast installation on site. This is our pilot project on the rooftop of the CDL building. It has run for more than 1 year, and our products are ready to manufacture. The outlook of our BIPV products can mimic all kinds of building materials and patterns, like this, to fulfill the aesthetic needs of architecture design. Moreover, our all-in-one BIPV wall system with IoT optimizers is of high efficiency and low maintenance cost. The global BIPV market is heating up due to the worldwide commitment to reduce carbon emissions. This is a 7.7 billion Singapore dollars market, while the Asian market accounts for half of it. We have deep collaboration with CDL, which has provided us with a 3-year test bedding for our pilot project, and Ceres, one of the world's largest solar energy research institute. Our business model is B2B. We will sell our BIPV units to developers and construction firms. We have a strong founding team with skill sets and domain knowledge of building science and PV technologies. We are Power Facade. Solar is our solution. We are looking for investors, collaborators, and customers who want to use BIPV technologies in your building projects to reduce carbon emissions. If you share our vision of a renewable future, come to speak with us. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Tianning. And Power Facade just did a power switch up. Hi, Tianyi.
Hi, Sarah.
So we have a few questions for you. The first one being, what is the importance of this building integrated photovoltaic product?
I think first of all, both of our co-founders are professionally trained architects, so we understand the building industry very well and they develop these BIPV products to meet the market need. And unlike the PV competitors, they just simply put the PV panels onto the existing walls. Our prefabricated BIPV panels, they geniusly integrated into the wall system, including IoT devices, which can reduce the maintenance fee and harvest more energy. And another product we developed is our color PV, which can mimic any building materials like concrete, marbles, and which can be easily blended into the built environment. And thanks to our patent technology, the efficiency of our color PV module is higher than other similar products.
And looks beautiful too. I saw you guys actually did a model with Peranakan tiles. Very nice. Now, the second question is, why did you choose to venture into this BIPV market?
I think the market of BIPV is very promising. Because of the Paris Agreement, many countries are urging to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. For example, Singapore companies, they are driven by ESG. And the building code in China, they requires all new buildings to be integrated with solar system starting from April of this year. And we have also talked to many different building operators, such as real estate, architecture firms, and engineering consultants. They're all interested in our companies and its products. And they also acknowledge the growing trend of this market. Thanks.
Thank you so much for that, Tianyi. Hopefully, Power Facade will keep powering on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, next up, pitching how they are reinventing steam methane reforming catalyst for low carbon hydrogen production, we have Cerec Tech.
I have here holding in hands is a bottle of catalyst. These simple pellets can actually help us reduce carbon dioxide in the world. A good day to everyone. I'm Kang Hui, the business lead and the co-founder of Cerec Tech. Paris Climate Agreement targets net zero carbon neutral by 2050 for the world. Hydrogen has been identified as one of the key solutions to solve climate change, where it can be used as a clean fuel or to make clean electricity or make clean chemicals. Most of today's hydrogen is produced by a very mature process called steam methane reforming, or SMR for short, and is expected to remain as the dominant choice of hydrogen production in many years to come. While hydrogen is green, the process in making hydrogen is not green. This is because today's SMR catalysts are likely to see carbon formation on the catalyst surface, and as a result, a very high temperature and excess steam are used to minimize this carbon formation to prolong this catalyst life. In doing so, the current SMR is very energy intensive, resulting in over 420 million tons of CO2 produced in a year. And the process is also very water intensive. With our catalyst technology, we can achieve 3% less fuel, 10% less CO2 emissions, and 60% less water. In monetary terms, a typical commercial scale SMR plant owner can enjoy 1.5 million Singapore dollars of operating cost savings annually. Our patent pending technology works because of the innovative protection of the catalyst active metal, which prevents carbon formation. Furthermore, this catalyst can be directly used in existing steam methane reformers without any equipment modifications. The SMR catalyst market is huge, globally valued at $1.6 billion. The two regions with the most existing and to be built SMR plants are in Europe and Asia. The two regions with the combined market size of $780 million. Our team is made up of two very driven individuals, Dr. Hall, the technology lead who has more than a decade of international catalyst research experience, and myself, the business lead. At present, we have received interest from several international organizations in the hydrogen space. We are currently looking to do more pilot tests or demo plants, and we are looking for collaborators from the SMR or biogas reforming industry value chain. Lastly, we seek investors who are keen to work with us for a greener economy. If you are one of those, come and talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you for that pitch, Kang Hui.
Thank you so much.
Now that was Kang Hui for Cerec Tech. First of all, I would like to understand, why do you specifically want to solve the carbon emissions in steam methane reforming? And how do other greener hydrogen technologies compare or compete with yours?
That's a great question. So while there are actually newer alternatives that actually provide low carbon hydrogen production, they are actually not mature enough to displace steam methane reforming, which is the most prevalent process for hydrogen production. So our proven solution can quickly decarbonize the main hydrogen production process in the world today.
That is a great answer. Are there any other SMR catalyst suppliers working in the same area as you are? And how is your catalyst different or better?
Okay, so for the biggest challenge in today's SMR catalyst is carbon formation. And what we have developed in Cerec Tech is a unique patent pending technology that offers this very high protection against carbon formation. And in doing so, actually our catalyst can allow for lower operating temperature and lower steam input, making this very attractive for steam methane reformers, plant owners. And in fact, a typical SMR plant owner can enjoy up to $1.5 million in day-to-day operating cost savings in a year.
That's incredible cost savings. Can your catalyst also be used for any other applications?
Okay, so our catalyst can be used in other reforming processes that have with great flexibility in the feed compositions. For example, we can use it for CO2-rich feed, lower steam to carbon ratio, and this also offers an environmentally friendly and economical hydrogen production.
That sounds like an incredible proposition for future investors. Thank you so much for that, Kang Hui.
Thank you, Sarah.
Our next team has a sustainable solvent recovery solution enabled by novel membrane technology that has already been well received in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Embrain.
Good morning, we are Embrain. Today, we are here to introduce a breakthrough solution that will redefine the current industrial waste management scheme and encourage sustainable processing. Today, to produce the semiconductor chips for our electronic devices, the manufacturers require very pure organic solvents, which is very expensive to clean the chips during production, and they use a tremendous amount of solvents. A typical semiconductor manufacturing line will spend over 20 million on organic solvent per year. However, current disposal methods for organic solvent have distillation, which needs high energy input, incineration, which causes air pollution, and the most common dilution method are all very unsustainable. In Embrain, our patented membrane technology allows us to produce a system to recover over 50% of the used solvents at a very high purity, over 99.5%. Our solution is offering customers over 50% of cost savings, reducing over 50% of the waste volume, and doesn't need heat energy input, which generates extra carbon credit for the users. Singapore and China's semiconductor industry solvent markets are our primary targets during the initial launch of our business, which have an estimated market value of $52 million. And continuous product development in the future will even expand our business to serve the $33 billion global solvent market. So, you might wonder how we generate the revenue. Our business strategy is a build-on-operate model. We deploy our system at the customer site and run to recover the solvents. Our customer pays us periodically based on how much solvents are recovered. A facility that uses 20 tons of solvents per year will generate $600,000 of revenue. Our CEO, Dr. Gao, is the inventor of our patented technology with 3 years of business development experience. Her research area focuses on membrane sciences and development. Shan and I will take on the roles of COO and CTO. Our background is in the management of technology and chemical engineering process design, respectively. Lastly, our team is seeking investment to support product development and scaling up, business partners in process engineering and system design, and finally, potential customers who have challenges with their waste solvents. If you are interested, please drop us an email or reach us on LinkedIn. In Embrain, we're striving for sustainable processing in the industries and paving the way toward a greener future. Thank you for your attention.
And that was Chit Kai for Embrain. Hi, Chit Kai.
Hi, Sarah.
So we have a few questions for you. The first one is, what is your top priority for the next 3 to 6 months?
Thank you for that question, Sarah. Since we have already signed up letters of interest with several companies for collaboration and trials, they are providing waste solvent samples from their facility, and we are setting up trial system in our lab to recover solvents for them. Sorry.
You also have set up a trial system in their labs?
Yeah, no, sorry. We are setting up a trial system in our lab. When the trial system operates successfully, we proceed to pilot trials and deploy larger systems at their sites to recover solvent. That's our priority.
That is a good priority indeed. Now, why are companies keen to work with you?
Companies such as semiconductor manufacturers and pharmaceutical manufacturers, they are facing waste solvent challenges and using a few hundred tons of solvents every single year. Most of these organic solvents was disposed of after use. But growing awareness of sustainable processing has motivated them to recover these used solvents. Our solution could offer them over 50% of cost savings on organic solvents for them.
That is huge. 50% is a good amount. Now, what is your first product to launch?
Our first product to launch is a 2.5-inch membrane system, which has a commercial standard working capacity and can easily deal with over 20,000 liters of waste solvents per year. And our customer could choose either to recover the solvents on-site or off-site.
Giving them alternatives. That's always great. Thank you so much for that, Chit Kai.
Thank you for the question, Sarah.
Thank you. And that was Embrain. Now, Fluorescence is up next, hoping to help us sense to perfection. Let's welcome Gokula with their pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Gokul, co-founder and CEO of Fluorescence. We make machines that provide real-time and affordable quality testing for flavor and fragrance manufacturers. Flavor and fragrance manufacturers. These are the companies that feed two of our senses, namely taste and smell, every day. As they make products for mass consumption, this industry is highly regulated and quality control is utmost importance for their existence. How important is quality testing? More than 1 million quality tests are conducted every single day, which translates to a huge annual market of 8 billion Singapore dollars, which means these companies spend 14% of their total revenue on one single task called quality testing. The current state of art is manual evaluation and spectrometry-based methods. Manual evaluation is highly subjective and provide lower productivity, whereas the spectrometry-based methods are time-consuming, very expensive, and requires tedious data analysis. We introduce Fluorescence, the real-time and affordable quality testing platform for flavors and fragrances. Fluorescence is at least 3 times cheaper and 6 times faster than the current practices. To add cherry on the top, Fluorescence is completely automated, eliminating the subjective bias of manual evaluation. Let us see how Fluorescence works. This is the Fluorescence device. Quality testing is very simple with Fluorescence. Take the sample, put it in the preparation chamber, then just one click will do the trick. Real-time measurements are analyzed in the cloud by state-of-art machine learning algorithms which are trained on our proprietary data. Results in the client interface identifies the sample and gives it a quality score, indicating the purity and helps in detecting potential contaminations and adulterations. Super fast, automated, and hassle-free. Our business is based on a validated market need, which is solved by our revolutionary and patentable technology. That is coupled with the powerful AI-driven data analytical system, providing a complete solution for flavor and fragrance quality testing. Fluorescence is powered by two co-founders who are keen to convert a revolutionary technology into a viable and sustainable business. Myself, Gokul, who has 6 years of experience in gas sensing and sensor development. Our co-founder, Deb, who has 6 years of experience in machine learning and mathematical optimization. And he's the brain behind our proprietary data analytical system. We are looking for customers, collaborators, and investors. Please contact us. We are looking forward to meeting you for further discussion. Thank you.
That was very interesting, Gukula.
Thank you, Sarah.
So why is this the best time to solve the problem?
Okay, there are two reasons. First of all, the current state of art of quality testing is far from ideal. Fluorescence can able to solve all the major challenges and problems with the current practice of quality control. And secondly, there are certain situations like the fermentation process where continuous process monitoring is very helpful. But currently it is not been implemented due to lack of proper technology. Fluorescence, with its real-time sensing feature, can able to fill this technological void and makes the impossible possible.
That is really interesting. Now, we saw that fluorescence can also identify Robusta coffee. Can it also distinguish between Arabica, for instance?
Yes, absolutely. Fluorescence can able to detect both Arabica and Robusta coffee varieties. And most importantly, fluorescence can able to spot any sort of contaminations and adulterations. And we are not only limited to that. Robert Mondavi, a pioneer winemaker, once said, and I quote, "Making good wine is a skill. Making fine wine is an art," end quote. Fluorescence can able to quantify the skill as well as the art, which means fluorescence has the potential to become a wine judging system.
That is really cool. Now, are you also working with any partner to deploy your product or service?
Yes, we are collaborating with one of the world's largest flavor and fragrance manufacturer and one of the world's leading food producer, and we're heading towards industrial trials which will be starting very soon.
Sounds like Fluorescence will be smelling its way to success.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Fluorescence.
Thank you, Sarah.
Now, Metallica is the name of the next team, and they are going to rock your socks with how they extract precious metals from industrial waste. Ladies and gentlemen, Metallica.
I am Salman Karim, co-founder of Metallica. Metallica is launching a green and sustainable metal recycling at low temperature. Platinum group metals, commonly known as PGM, have diverse applications from automotive to cancer treatment. Fun fact, platinum is 30 times rarer than gold. Recycling end-of-life products offer the most sustainable pathway to obtain these metals. Unfortunately, the existing smelting and chemical recycling face 3 key issues. Discharge toxic pollutants into the environment. The process is energy intensive. Over 15% of the operating cost is due to energy consumption. And finally, low efficiency for low-grade waste. Metallica is solving these problems with its patent-pending biorecovery technology. Metallica is the first startup that uses sustainable biological techniques to recycle platinum group metals. In our process, we use microorganisms to extract platinum group metals at room temperature without using any toxic chemicals. Our process boasts of low carbon emissions and near zero waste generation. Our technology's unique selling point include clean and sustainable with 6 times lower energy consumption, 3 times cheaper due to the use of simple equipment and fewer processing steps. We can recover platinum, palladium, and rhodium simultaneously with high efficiency even from low-grade waste. The global market size for the recycling of platinum group metals is estimated at $22 billion. Within our target market, Metallica is projected to make $8 billion in revenue. In Singapore, which is our launch market, Metallica is positioned to make $23 million in revenue. We offer a circular B2B business model with 2 revenue streams. Our first revenue source is recycling services for catalyst vendors and petrochemical customers with ESG roadmap. And the second revenue source is metal trading to catalyst manufacturers, electronic fabs, and metal exchangers. The core team behind Metallica is Koju Ansa, the CEO with several years of experience as a founder and CEO of Hessner Technologies Limited. Myself, Salman, the CTO and primary inventor of Metallica's technology. Professor Ting Yuanpeng, our scientific advisor, is a global expert in sustainable technologies. We are looking for customers who use catalyst, looking to recycle precious metals, and interested to trade for carbon offset. Equipment and engineering partners to set up our facility. Last but not least, we are seeking investment from ESG-focused investors to launch our company. Contact us for your sustainable recycling. Thank you.
Salman, making money out of metals.
Yes, Sarah.
Okay, our first question for you and Metallica today is, can you explain why Metallica's technology is more efficient and sustainable compared to existing recycling technologies?
Thank you for the question. The existing recycling technologies involve high temperatures, over 1500 degrees Celsius, and toxic chemicals through multiple stages, which result in metal loss, hazardous gases emissions, and wastewater generation. In contrast, Metallica's biorecovery process is simple, economical, and highly efficient for all types of waste. Our process begins with the pre-treatment step to separate platinum group metals from other metals. Microorganisms are then used to extract these metals at room temperature without using any chemicals. Metallica's processing facility can be built at any place due to its low carbon footprint.
That's a very attractive proposition anywhere in the world. Now, you mentioned you have also secured a few pilot projects, right? Could you tell us a little bit more about them?
Sure. We have received 2 expressions of interest for our pilot run, one with a partner and one with a customer. The customer is a French organization who specializes in catalysis research. Metallica will be the supplier of high purity and sustainably produced platinum, palladium, and rhodium for their advanced applications. Additionally, we have secured support and commitment from 2 leading petrochemical companies in Singapore during piloting. These companies have shown interest in working with us by providing raw material and other intangible resources to support our pilot run.
Sounds like there will be fierce competition for Metallica.
Yes.
Good luck for later.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Salman. Now, you have seen the first 5 teams for today's Liftoff Day, and hopefully you've already seen something that excites you. To book a one-on-one session with our teams to ask them more in-depth questions, you can book a private meeting with them here at gripliftoff.com. We will be dropping the link in the chat box, so you can access the link directly and book a session now. Meanwhile, let's take a look at some of the successful GRIP alumni.
Sweet food can be a comfort. It can evoke fond memories and is a great stress reliever. But balancing a healthy diet with dessert can be difficult. At Aurora Food, we want to make sure that everyone can have their cake and eat it too. Aurora Food is a food tech platform aiming to produce healthier confectionery without compromising taste. By making use of plant extract, we develop a formulation to slow our body's digestive enzyme, which break down carbohydrates. This results in lower glycemic index of the food without needing to reduce any ingredients. This research was first developed in the NUS Fluorescence lab, but we knew it had commercial potential and that GRIP was the best place to make that happen. Our initial idea was just to sell confectionery products. However, GRIP transformed our thinking and encouraged us to develop a food tech platform, which means we will have a bigger impact and improve the quality of life for even more people. We are excited to see where we can go. To start, we are working with bakeries and business on formulating baking mixes. Moving forward, we will be expanding beyond just desserts, as we feel Aurora Food has endless food applications.
Imagine a virtual world where you can feel everything you see, where you can even feel the blow when you get punched. Now this is seamless.
Hi, We're Seamless, and welcome to the Metaverse. Virtual and augmented reality is already transforming how we work, play, and socialize. But these experiences are purely visual. You can see objects, but can't physically interact with them. For a truly immersive experience, the sense of touch is crucial. Imagine being able to feel the weight of the sword you're swinging, or that kick your virtual opponent landed on your torso, or the momentum of the baseball that you just caught. At Seamless, we're building hardware to enable these physical interactions with the digital world, whereas other products primarily use vibration-based feedback, which is not very realistic. We can simulate forces, which allow for a more true-to-life experience. The Seamless West utilizes our pneumatic impact actuators to generate concentrated force at varied locations across the user's torso to mimic interactions like getting punched or shot. Check out this MMA example, where the West delivers force to the wearer, reflecting the contact in simulation. Our 5 patented technologies can be deployed in a wide array of applications, from VR gaming to fitness simulations, as well as to create immersive entertainment experiences in VR. Our focus segments of VR gaming and fitness gamification are both not just multi-billion-dollar markets already, but they're growing at a rapid rate. One of Asia Pacific's biggest gym chains has already shown interest in our technology and has given us a signed letter of intent. Fitness chains like this want to create novel experiences to make exercising more enjoyable, social, and engaging. Together, we imagine a world where working out is as exciting as playing, literally. Our first product will be a complete solution for our B2B customers using our hardware and our game app. We will then move into the consumer space with a direct sales model, which will include an in-game store and reward system. The Seamless team specializes in developing wearable actuators and holds multiple patents in this space. This positions us uniquely in being able to deliver the state-of-the-art force feedback to you. If you are a fitness business owner or a VR experience creator interested in deploying our tech, or if you would like to invest in us, we would love to talk to you. Let's make the virtual world more tangible and the interaction seamless.
Thank you for that, Ajinkya.
Thank you.
You must be really fit.
Yeah, I'm getting fitter.
Now, what is your launch market?
So we're planning to launch in the Southeast Asia region through our partner gym chains. Because our product is so new and customers haven't experienced it before, we feel that this is an ideal way for us to launch so people can use it in the enterprise setting before we eventually launch into the consumer space.
That makes sense. Now, what kind of game will you have?
So since the West enhances the impact simulation, we're planning to use it for a kickboxing or fencing style game or something like virtual dodgeball. The idea of the game is to integrate a cardio element in, because this is one of the habits that people told us are much harder to learn.
It's exhausting. It's tiring.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it.
Exactly.
That is really interesting. But your team also has 5 patents, right? So could you tell us a little bit more about what products you see these enabling?
So in addition to the product which you saw here, we also have a jamming technology, which you can possibly use for jamming joints, such as your arm. So if you're pushing an object in VR, we'll be able to make you feel that. In addition, we also have tactile sensors. We've already integrated them into like a gaming glove. So we can use them as controllers, which would possibly replace the existing VR controllers as well.
That's incredible, especially for gaming people. They must be really excited hearing all of that. Thank you so much for that, Ajinkya.
Thank you so much.
Good luck for later. Now, aiming to transform hiring by tracking soft skills and knowledge applicants have beyond their resumes. We have Ndots.
Hello everyone, I'm Jubair, founder and CEO of Ndots. People are the assets, but 70% of our companies are not able to find the right people for their business. The problem is, companies do not have access to the job seekers' most recent skills and knowledge. On the other side, job seekers do not know the required skills to get hired. Ndots is the novel IP protected solution for the problem. The technology helps to bring the job seekers' most recent skills and knowledge much closer, even live access to the recruiters. for perfect job matching. Our AI values talents at various levels and offers skills gap analysis to job seekers to upskill or reskill. In our AI Power platform, we allow job seekers to record their most recent skills, all the gain knowledge, work values, experience, and lifelong learnings. When a recruiter or the hiring company uploads the job requirements, our engine makes a perfect match meaningfully. Our product also offers actionable insights for hiring companies and upskilling suggestions for job seekers. Our protected 3D UI is rich, semantic, and unmatched in the industry. Online job portals are our key competitors, and at the most, they have the job seekers' resumes and profile as their asset. But we give tremendous values to people knowledge that doubles the engagement with job seekers. We use networks of informations and make a perfect match, and our multi-level insights and talent pool heat map helps us to offer talents advisory to the hiring companies. Our product is having a great advantages and novelty in the industry. We are positioning ourselves in the global recruitment and staffing market, which is huge. Our target market space is talent sourcing and matching application, which is valued at $600 million. Our profit margins are promising and are competitive in the software industry. We understand what customer needs. So we design a subscription and white label model for companies and freemium for individual, bringing the best package for our features conveniently. We are Ndots. I'm Jubair. I worked in IT and telecom industry for about 20 years. I specialized in product management, sales, and solution. Ahmad Miran is our co-founder and CTO. He is expert in AI development, product design, solution, and technology integration. Our network is wide and committed to bring our product to the market. We are looking for investors to accelerate our product development and strategic partners to work closely to deploy the technology to bring talents to the future of work. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Jubair.
Yeah, thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jubair from Ndots. Now, everyone knows that the pandemic caused the great resignation. Everyone is still quitting their jobs. So is that why you chose to address this problem?
Actually, the challenge in hiring and the skills gap precedes the pandemic. 40% of employees are job seekers, and hiring companies receiving around 200 job applications for one corporate job position. Selecting a right candidate from pile of applications has always been labor intensive, even with the help of a software. The great resignation phenomena is just intensified this challenge.
I can imagine people sifting through piles and piles of resumes. So how does Ndots fit into this ecosystem to help address the challenge?
Well, we are working with one of the leading talent sourcing companies in Singapore. And our aim is to bring our solution to all talent sourcing companies, recruitment agencies, and corporates. We integrate our AI engine seamlessly into their hiring process. Our user-friendly knowledge graph captures people, the job seekers' knowledge and skills, and creates a three-dimensional profile that goes way beyond the resumes that they're having it today. Through our patent-pending technology, we are proven to identify the candidate with the greatest skills match for the job. Definitely, we are the best fit and to address this challenge.
So it sounds like you help make the applicants with the jobs.
To the future of the job, future of the world.
So that means you can also identify soft skills beyond the resumes?
Yes. We identified, we let the job seekers to give all that they have known, and then
journaling and your data
everything,
points, right?
and then our engine able to identify the skills that is required for the job, and that will bring it to the corporate world.
That sounds really interesting. I hope you employers out there are listening, because he can definitely help you with the hiring process. Thank you so much for that,
Thank you,
Jubair.
Sarah. Thank you very much.
And that was Joubert with Ndots. Next up, can recycling bins become smart? That is the question Wastewis hopes to answer. Let's hear their pitch.
Hi, I'm Aurélie, co-founder of Wastewis, and our mission is to increase recycling rates. From 13%, Singapore has set very ambitious and not negotiable target to reach 30% of domestic recycling rate in the next 8 years. But this comes with challenges because of poor waste segregation from customers to waste collectors. Between 40 to 60% of recyclables are already contaminated downstream. And data is crucial to understand such a high contamination rate. This is where technology can help. Wastewis offers the only portable computer vision for waste segregation that is deployed on edge. And our solution can be added to multiple platforms, such as mobile application, all kinds of recycling bins, and conveyor belt, as well as sorting table. And finally, our solution is customizable to multiple waste streams. And here is an example of computer vision add-on deployed on a recycling bin. By detecting and identifying waste showed by users, our system will evaluate its contamination level before giving direct feedback to users. The integrated dashboard gives real-time overview of bin situation for waste managers. Notification can inform cleaners if something needs to be done at a specific bin. As you could see, our product is an add-on, which makes it very easy to deploy compared to existing specialized smart bins. It also requires low maintenance, as it does not use robotic for automatic sorting. It educates people through the user interaction, and most importantly, it is affordable. And today, we have 4 interested parties waiting for test bedding in malls and schools, and 1 expression of interest for the mobile application deployment. From this launch market in Singapore, then we will target the APAC region market of $490 million. And here are the people behind Wastewis, a uniquely qualified and experienced team ready to deploy our solution to improve Singapore recycling rate. For now, we are looking for funding, but also partners, such as cleaning companies and waste management companies interested to adopt smart systems. So if you are interested to be part of Wastewis' journey, please do contact us, and let us work together to make Singapore a sustainable city. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Aurélie.
No problem. Hi, Sarah.
So could you tell us a little bit more about your background as well as your co-founder's background? Why is your team uniquely motivated to solve this problem?
Well, first, everything started in 2019 in NUS with casual conversations about how shocking the amount of waste generated was, and also how little recycling rate was in Singapore. And we realized that actually the recycling problem in Singapore is not only a cultural problem, but it's also about infrastructure. Then from there, we came up with some ideas how to help people to recycle right using technology. And from there, we were then looking for opportunities to finance our solution. We were in contact with NEA, but also some local waste management companies. And actually, it helped us to refine our original idea. And here we are in NUS GRIP program. And we actually developed MVP, and it seems to answer the needs, so it's good. And about the team, so what is to solve waste problems using technology, on top of a lot of passion, we need also a lot of different skills. So from sustainability, environmental skills, we also need technology, a lot of technological skills. And this is what we have with myself and Cyril have a lot of experience in working in environmental domain. Jayashri has experience developing machine learning models for environmental solution. And lastly, Orko has experience as computer engineer for chip industry. So
sounds like an all-star, all-rounded team.
Yeah.
Now, could you share a little bit more about the pilot projects you guys have lined up?
Yeah, so we are very excited as our smart bin add-on can be tested in real environment. So there will be two in two different malls, one in a secondary school and another one in NUS campus.
Congratulations. I hope you meet more success.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Aurelie.
Thank you.
Our next team is hoping to empower learning. Next up, we have Captain.
Hello, my name is Hong Ming and I am the CEO of Captain. We do scalable personalized learning using AI. Personalized learning allows students to learn at their own pace, and teachers can target weaker students. This results in more effective learning outcomes. However, there are some difficulties implementing personalized learning paths. First, we need to manually tag questions according to their topic and difficulty levels. This is extremely time-consuming with many questions. Furthermore, the database of questions is constantly expanding, and this becomes the bottleneck. Second, we need to keep track of all student profiles and generate a personalized learning path unique to each student. This is humanly impossible even for just a classroom students. Third, if we want to switch topics from math to science, we have to restart the entire process, making it not scalable. Implementing personalized learning is therefore time-consuming, more work for teachers, and not scalable. Our solution is a platform for personalized learning pathways. It is easy to use as it is a low-code, no-code platform. This saves time as there's no steep learning curve and anyone can use it. It can cater to any topic that any learning institution requires, making it highly scalable. With smart tagging, we can tag thousands of questions in seconds. This allows personalized learning to finally happen without wasting enormous amount of time manually tagging questions. Not only that, we automate the generation of personalized learning paths, and this improves productivity of the instructors. With our solution, personalized learning can finally be done efficiently. We have a patent-pending AI algorithm that works for any course and any content. Our smart tagging of questions has a very impressive more than 90% accuracy. We expect our auto-generation of personalized learning paths to result in a 20% improvement over expert paths. With a dashboard, students and teachers can make use of learning analytics to monitor progress. The edutech market for software is worth 35 billion in the world. In Asia Pacific, it is 10 billion. We are targeting the tuition agencies in Singapore as our launch market. We target educational institutions, learning management system providers, and industrial training institutes. We will charge an annual tiered subscription fee for our services. Our team comprises of myself and UC. We are both faculty at NUS Business School. We lead multiple industry projects at NUS, giving us strong links to industry. We have interdisciplinary knowledge in education and analytics. We are looking for investors in our company, as well as customers like schools and education and industrial training institutions. We look forward to hearing from you.
And that was Hong Ming for Captain.
Hey,
Hi, Hong Ming.
Hi, Sarah.
This is a very interesting space you're in. I'm personally invested because I have children. Okay, so who are your immediate customers and how easy or difficult is it to adopt your solution to their business?
So our immediate customers are educational and industrial training institutions with a digitalized database already. So they can get up and running almost immediately. Right. So our solution allows them to simply drag and drop their database and will start recommending the learning paths immediately. Right. Students can practice at home, right? And our solution will automatically find and target the weaknesses. So with targeted practice, these learning outcomes will be improved.
It sounds like the teachers also will be able to just focus in on their weaknesses and help them there too, right?
Exactly.
So can you also explain topic adaptability?
Yeah, sure. So topic adaptability means that we can handle any topic that any institution requires, and we can do it fast. So for example, we can handle traditional education topics like math or science, and we can do training firefighters and pilots.
That is incredible. So it can cover everything from preschool to fighter pilots.
Yep.
You should have told Tom Cruise that. I understand that you have also secured a sizable paid pilot project. Could you share a little details with us?
Yeah, sure. So We are working with a local agency, third tuition agency, to help deploy our solutions to help their students. Right. So we hope that the data collected will help further validate our models for personalized learning.
That is very interesting. If there are any educators out there, including NUS, you can contact his team. Hongming is his name, and Captain is the name of the team. Congratulations on your funding.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, our next team is Oni Technologies, and they are transforming driving behavioral data into actionable business insights. So let's hear how they are doing just that, even in the insurance industry.
Hello, I'm Damien from Oni Technologies. At Oni Technologies, we make driving behavior data easily accessible and understandable to insurers to improve their profit margins. Auto insurers lost money consistently over the years as they weren't able to price premiums accurately based on an individual's driving behavior. This stems from the fact that there are no solutions in the market that can collect driving behavior data scalably and accurately. On one hand, solutions that uses an external device are expensive to implement, and on the other hand, app-based solutions can't collect accurate data due to their technological limitations. Hence, Oni Technologies have developed a mobile application that can collect data as accurately as any device-based solutions in the market, while still being cheap and easy to implement. This is powered by the suite of AI models developed in-house. Our patented data pre-processing model can clean data 40% more accurately than any existing solution in the market, while automatic trip detection model and reorientation model allows for an accurate data collection on a mobile application. This allows us to collect data 20 to 60% more accurately than existing solutions at 1/10 of its future cost. Data collected will then be turned into insights that can reduce the total claims of an insurer's portfolio by up to 30%. Oni Technologies operates in the auto insurance analytical market. Globally, this is a $54 billion industry. In the 4 target market we plan to expand to over the next 5 years, the market size there is $44.2 billion, highlighting that we have a sizable market opportunity. For our business model, there are 3 key players in our ecosystem. The Oni Rewards app will be provided for free to drivers who will use our app for rewards. We'll in turn be collecting driving behavior data from them. Next, we will be working with reward partners who are providing vouchers to users in exchange for lead generation opportunities. Lastly, we'll provide data analytics to traditional or aspiring insurers who are looking to underwrite a driving behavior-based auto insurance policies to their end users. I'm also happy to share that we have good traction since we launched. We have secured a partnership with a leading auto marketplace in the region, giving us access to their users and merchants. At the same time, we've already secured funding from Plug and Play and Enterprise Singapore for the current round of funding that we are raising. Lastly, the team is made up of individuals with complementary skill sets in business and tech. We have strong support from a team of advisors and institutional partners invested in the success of our business. Today, we are seeking for investors, reward partners, or data partners looking to better understand driving behavioral data. If this is of interest to you, we would love to be in touch. Thank you.
And that was a very compelling pitch, Damien.
Thank you, Sarah.
So that was Oni Technologies, and our questions for you are, how much could your solution help reduce claims for insurance?
Thank you for your question. So based on our statistical modeling, we realized that 30% of the worst drivers are actually responsible for 50% of all claims. So using our solution, insurers are able to do better risk selection and premium pricing, reducing the claims of their portfolio by up to 30%.
That's huge.
Yep.
Now, you mentioned you can also collect driving behavioral data better than existing solutions. Now, why are you able to do so?
So we realized that for a scalable implementation of a telematics solution, it needs to be on a mobile application. A solution that relies on an external device is often too expensive to implement scalably. So we have developed a suite of AI models that allows us to collect accurate driving behavior data through a mobile application. So for instance, we have a trip detection model and driver recognition model that can collect driving behavior data in the background without drivers needing to manually start and stop trips for accurate data collection. So this is just one of the many proprietary AI models we have developed in-house.
That is really cool, and it's all yours.
Yes.
Now, how does your mobile application, actually we've talked about that. What are some other uses for Oni Technologies?
Oh, okay. So auto insurance is just our first frontier. There are other use cases for technology. So for instance, we can do fleet management for car rental companies, ride-hailing apps, and even delivery companies. So we can provide insight to their users' driving behavior, provide routing services, and even provide insights into traffic conditions. So there's huge commercial opportunity for our technology.
So it doesn't just have to be in a car, it can also be the riders,
Yes,
cyclists.
yes, exactly.
That is really interesting. I hope you guys are listening. Thank you so much for the Only Technologies
Thank
and
you.
Damien.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the first half of today's presentations. Please remember to book your private meetings with teams you are interested in speaking to at gripliftoff.com. Now you can click on Meet the Teams button, select the name of the team you'd like to meet, and book a time slot with them for today only, from 12:30 p.m. Now, each meeting session allows you 20 minutes one-on-one with the teams via Calendly. We will also be dropping the link in your chat box right now so you can click and book your sessions. We will also now be taking a short break. So take this opportunity to refresh yourselves, rest your eyes, and take a good stretch. We will be starting the second half of today at 11 a.m. sharp. See you shortly. Welcome back everyone to the second half of NUS GRIP Liftoff Day. Earlier in the morning, we had presentations from the engineering, sustainability, infocom tech, as well as AI sector. And now we are moving into healthcare, food, and agri-tech. These teams have already gone through so much, especially with the first 3 months of the venture hothouse portion of the GRIP ecosystem. They have already pitched to the NUS investment panel for funding, and today they are pitching to all of you, future business partners and investors. Now, before we introduce the next 10 startups, I would like to warn you, a lot of the sign-ups for the meetings later have been booked out. So if you see a team today that you would like to speak to, remember to book your meeting with them fast. Now, let's remind you what GRIP is all about.
Startups have a lot of risk and uncertainty, so I plan to start small. However, they showed me our full potential. They showed me how to dream bigger.
Becoming an entrepreneur, we had to change our way of thinking. They didn't just give us answers, they gave us the conviction.
You can have ideas and a vision, but you need a team. They brought me a community filled with diverse skills and perspectives. They made me feel part of something bigger.
Commercializing new technology can be challenging with all sorts of problems. They showed me how to build a product that meets the market needs. They helped me realize setbacks are part of building something better.
They took the time to understand who we are and where we come from. They equipped us with the tools we needed for our journey.
NUS GRIP was with us every step of the way.
NUS GRIP has welcomed a diverse range of people and technology. We are very proud that our flagship innovation program has given all these wonderful talents a platform to succeed.
We are delighted at how NUS GRIP has grown and is contributing to the startup ecosystem, not just in Singapore, but the region as well.
Growing cells cheaper, better, and faster. Let's welcome our first team for the second half, Prime Growth.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ivan Yao, CEO of Prime Growth Technologies. Cultured meat, also known as cultivated meat, means growing meat without slaughtering livestock and without need for farms and their associated water and climate impacts. The industry is valued at $500 million and is expected to double every year. There is an urgent need to build a more sustainable meat industry, especially for countries like Singapore dealing with food security issues, and cultured meat provides a greener, cleaner, and more ethical option. Singapore is today the first country in the world to approve the sale and consumption of cultured meat. It is setting up Asia's largest cultured meat facility by next year. Costing over $60 million, it will produce over 10,000 kilograms of meat using 6,000-liter bioreactors. Cultured meat is produced in 3 steps: cell culturing to grow cells, bioprocessing to multiply the cells into larger numbers before they are stacked 3-dimensionally, and scaffolds are added to provide the texture of real meat. One of the biggest challenges in the cultured meat industry today lies upstream, in the cell culturing stage. The prohibitive high cost is driven by high consumption of expensive media and high cell mortality, leading to low productivity. This is where we come in to enable this industry. We have developed a patent-pending technology to stimulate meat cells to grow healthier and faster. This allows downstream processes to become more efficient without the need for genetic modification or the use of growth factors and other potentially harmful chemicals. We call this cell priming. No other company provides this type of service. It enables the cultured meat industry to actually deliver on their promise of a more sustainable meats. Our proprietary technology grows healthier cells and halves cell mortality. These cells go on to grow much faster. The process is automated further, reducing the cost by saving manpower, and ultimately it uses less media. All this culminates in 68% in cost savings compared to our customers' current practices. The cell culture consumables market alone is worth $11 billion. The APAC cultured meat consumables market is close to $500 million and growing rapidly. Prime Growth provides cell priming as a service. Our customers are cultured meat players. We will take their proprietary materials and carry out priming of cells. Once cells are primed, they are delivered back to the customers to be introduced into their bioreactors as feedstock. We are in 2 trials working with cultured pork and fish. Our team has core expertise in cell culturing and engineering and can become the forerunners in this novel cell priming market. We are seeking interested partners and investors within the cultured meat space. Thank you very much for your attention, and we look forward to connecting with you.
Thank you so much for that, Ivan.
Thank you, Sarah.
And this is Ivan from Prime Growth Technologies. Now, this is such a hot space, but how are you different from other cultured meat companies out there?
Good question, Sarah. First and foremost, we are not a cultured meat manufacturer. Instead, we are an enabler, and we work with all cultured meat players and help solve their problems that they face in this industry. Our unique proposition has gained early traction, and trials with 2 cultured meat players are already underway. One of them is pork meat, and the other is fish meat. When we are working with them, we discovered how much of a challenge they are facing in the cell culturing stage. High costs, long time frames, and low productivity. All these have actually hindered them from going to market. Our technology addresses these problems. No one in the current cultured meat industry has the focus or the expertise to prime cells at scale. This is a novel market, and we have the freedom to operate.
That is really cool. Now, what other applications are there for your technology?
So, cultured meat is just our initial focus. Since we are working at the cellular level, our team is also actively looking at various ways to apply our technology to other cell-based applications, such as cell line development for the cell culture market, cell-based therapies for heart and skin tissue repair, and even priming of plant seeds to accelerate germination. Now, this is an $11 billion market, and we will be across multiple applications. So stay tuned. We will have more exciting news coming up.
I am definitely keeping my eyes peeled and looking forward to you priming more cells for growth.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Ivan. In our next team, they are aiming to target the hip and trendy crowd with an alcoholic drink that is actually good for you. Let's welcome Mindful Drinks.
Good day, everyone. We are from Mindful Drinks, and we are the first in the world to produce an alcoholic digestive made from spent coffee grounds. Every year, 2.5 billion cups of coffee are consumed, generating 18 million tons of spent coffee, which in turn generates 2 million tons of carbon dioxide gas. Within the spent coffee beans holds complex flavors, aromatic components, and a range of beneficial compounds such as antioxidants. Instead of letting it go to waste, we have a technology that harnesses most of the benefits from the spent coffee and create a ready-to-drink alcoholic digestive beverage. Unlike the current alcoholic digestive that is made of agricultural produce, bitter or herbal in taste, high sugar and high alcohol, Mindful Drinks creates a one-of-a-kind alcoholic cocktail that is made from upcycled ingredients, full of digestive benefits. The drink is tasty and fun, with flavors such as mandarin citrus, lychee, and jasmine green tea. The drink is also sugar-free and low alcohol. Looking at the market size, the ready-to-drink alcohol market is sized to be about $33 billion. Asia holds $9 billion, and Southeast Asia, $120 million. Singapore, $10 million. Mindful Drinks adopt a B2B2C model, where we will sell the drinks to the retailer, bars, and distributors, and they will in turn sell it to the consumer. The processed coffee beans are also composted to make into agricultural fertilizer, ensuring zero waste. So far, we have 3 local and regional distributors willing to work with us. They mentioned that this is a unique and appealing drink with huge market potential. It is also the first sustainable ready-to-drink beverage that they are aware of. Please meet the team behind the product. Presenting to you Sulin, the CEO, Leah, CMO, and myself, Kim Chuan, the CTO. Finally, please contact us if you are interested to invest into this venture. We are also looking for partners to scale out our production. Lastly, if you wish to carry our products as distributor in your bars or restaurant, you are all welcome to contact us. You can reach us at our LinkedIn profile below. Thank you.
And now let's meet the CEO for Mindful Drinks, Sulin.
Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for having me today.
Hi, Sulin. So why did you guys choose coffee grounds as a base for your drinks?
Thanks for the question. So coffee is the original superfood with so much natural health benefits. But when coffee beans are brewed into coffee, just 1% of it is extracted, and the remaining 99% is gone to waste. And secondly, we wanted to produce a sustainable produced beverage. Coffee grounds contribute to a large amount of landfill emissions, releasing almost 2.2 million tons of carbon dioxide gas into the atmosphere yearly. So essentially, we are producing a sustainable, guilt-free health elixir.
That is very appealing.
Thank you.
Now, where do you see Mindful Drinks fitting in?
So we are a fun and trendy, ready-to-drink alcohol beverage that is a mix between an alcoholic kombucha and a cocktail. And we retain all the benefits and goodness while still remaining tasty and having the same health benefits as wine.
Same health benefits as wine. Wow. Yes. Now, why is Mindful Drinks relevant in the alcoholic beverage space?
We are sugar-free. We are guilt-free. We are low in calories at just 98 calories per bottle.
Wow.
And we offer you digestive benefits and keeps you bloat-free with our organic acids present.
So that means instead of drinking beer, I can drink this all night and still not feel gassy.
Yes, definitely.
That sounds like a great proposition. Thank you so much for that, Sulin.
Thank you, Sarah.
And that was Mindful Drinks. Now, this question is an age-old one. Can we eat fat with no guilt? I definitely have my ears perked up for this one. The answer is Lilos, opening up a whole new world of delicious possibilities.
Hi everyone. Today I'm excited to share with you a product that is made from natural ingredients which could allow us to eat high-fat food guilt-free. I am Zhixuan from Lilos. As you know, most people love food products like chocolates, potato chips, and peanut butter. Why? Because they are delicious. Unfortunately, these food products are really high in fat and lipid, and the fat content contributes to most of the calories inside. If we eat too much of this delicious food, we gain weight. Actually, 2 in 5 people in Singapore are already overweight. The overweight situation is still growing, especially in developed countries. So, can high-fat food become healthier? Here's our solution. We have developed a natural ingredient called Lilos. It can reduce fat digestion and absorption in our diet. Extracted by our patent-pending technology, the ingredient is effective for weight management and blood lipid control in our laboratory. Lilos has 3 distinguishing features. Firstly, it is natural. We extract our ingredient from everyday vegetables that people have consumed for hundreds of years. And also, our product is stable enough to be incorporated into food without any unpleasant taste. Last but not least, the active compounds work by lipase inhibition mechanism. This mechanism is known to be highly effective for weight management. There's a huge and growing market for weight loss supplements globally. We intend to first launch our product for health-conscious people in Singapore with a $28 million market. Then go Asia-Pacific region with a market of over $600 million. Our business model is a hybrid of B2B and B2C. We will launch our first product as health supplements, which will be produced locally in Singapore. We will sell the supplements through local retailers, and we will also explore for the opportunities to sell the functional ingredients to food and supplement manufacturers. This is our team. I'm Zhixuan, the CEO. My co-founder Ning Ping is the CTO, and we also have Professor Huang Dejian as the technology advisor. We have been working closely for years in the Department of Food Science and Technology. We are looking for contract manufacturers, food and supplement companies, as well as investors who is interested in our ingredient to create new products. Our product could be commercially ready soon, and we're looking forward to having you work with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the pitch, Zhixuan.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello. Your product sounds really interesting. I definitely want to try it.
Yes, thank you.
Now, how does Lilos work with high-fat food?
So when people eat high-fat food with Lilos, Lilos will inhibit lipase activity. Lipase is the enzyme for fat digestion in our digestive system. So although we eat same amount of fat in the food, we may digest and absorb less. Part of the fat will go out of our body naturally in our digestive system.
That sounds like a very good and natural process. So how is this different from other weight loss products out there?
In my opinion, Lilos is more than a weight loss product. So eating Lilos is just like eating everyday vegetable. It is made from food and it is supposed to be eaten with food. Lilos, we want to make Lilos a great partner for our diet, and we want to make Lilos a great partner for the delicious food on the table.
I definitely want to make it my partner on delicious food too. Now, what is your long-term plan to grow the business?
So besides the dietary supplements I just mentioned, we also want to target the functional food and beverages market, because Lilos can be incorporated into food products as a natural ingredient, and it can be used for like ice creams or bubble teas. And the food industry has a huge potential, and we would like to explore in the long run.
A very appealing proposition, because if you can eat and not get fat, that's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Zhixuan.
Thank you, Sarah.
And that was Lilos. Here to help therapists solve their pain points with data collection in hand to diagnose domains, we have Achyut pitching for Actlee.
I'm Achyut, co-founder of Actlee, and we are disrupting child ADHD care. ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, is a common mental health condition affecting 1 in 15 children around the world. ADHD is real, it is serious, and without the right support, these kids face tremendous challenge integrating with their community. But despite a lot of evidence on the success of behavior therapy, many parents drop off because they do not find it effective. Why? Therapists need good quality information to tailor therapy based on the child's specific needs. But they cannot do this when they are limited to observing the child for just 1 to 2 hours every couple of weeks. This is exactly the problem we are solving at Actlee. We provide tools which allow therapists to capture useful information from the child's natural environment, like at home or at school. With Actlee, therapists can ask parents to record key conversations with their kids at home, and our patent-pending machine learning technology extracts useful information on how the conversation went. For example, maybe the parents are very emotional, or they're using long and complicated sentences. Therapists can easily review these insights and recommendations with the parent during the next session, making therapy better and much more personalized. Also, therapists do not need to spend a majority of the session trying to gather information. Instead, they have access to useful info in real time. Essentially, they are able to increase patient loyalty and reduce drop-off from therapy. Now, this is a fast-growing market at $18.7 billion, and we plan to launch for child ADHD in Singapore. We target therapists via sales and partnerships with clinics. We are also working with parent support groups and schools to understand our users and build a better product. And our solution will be offered using a SaaS subscription model. I'm Achyut. I have 8+ years of experience building tech products, and I'm currently pursuing my MBA with NUS. And with me is Lalit, who has a lot of experience shipping SaaS and cloud technologies. And as advisor, we have Paran, an expert pediatric psychologist with a lot of in-depth knowledge on ADHD. We're looking to speak with therapists and clinics who are interested in using our solution, investors to cover our funding gap, and all other collaborators interested to work with us to make an impact across the ADHD community. Come join us as we bring care beyond the clinic. Thank you.
And that was Ajit from Actlee. How do therapists currently handle this problem?
So therapists currently follow a very manual process when it comes to data collection. They try to get most of their information during the therapy session, but when this is not possible, they provide forms or questionnaires to the parents in the hope of capturing useful information from homes and schools. But this is not always very effective. It adds a lot of manual effort for the therapists because they need to sift through all of this information. And the information which the parents provide is not always what the therapists are looking for. So for these purposes, solutions such as digital journaling or recording can really help therapists get the maximum benefits.
That is interesting proposition. Now, is your solution limited to just child ADHD?
Not quite. For our initial launch, we have customized our solution specifically for child ADHD domain. But by gathering subject matter expertise, we will be able to tweak our solution and make it more relevant for other domains, say, for example, autism.
I'm sure a lot of people are interested in that as well. Now, what is the next step for Actlee moving on?
So we are communicating with several organizations, and as next step, we are planning pilot studies with 2 of them. But apart from this, we will continue building on our product and building more features to make it a platform to solve all the pain points of therapists.
I hope you meet much success today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Actlee. Now, our next team is redefining cardiac monitoring. Let's welcome Biotrack.
Hi, my name is Darren, the co-founder and CEO of Biotrack. Since the first ECG recording in 1869, the 12-lead ECG has become a critical tool for diagnosing heart disease. However, a study conducted found that out of 3 billion chest pain patients that are sent home from the A&E, 30 to 60,000 patients initially presented a normal ECG reading when they actually have cardiac disease. Their condition was missed and doubling their mortality rate. To overcome the problem of misdiagnosis, the American Heart Association recommends cardiac patients to be monitored continuously. However, current devices are not suited for continuous monitoring because they are large and bulky and can only capture a 10-second snapshot each time. In addition, doctors are unable to manually process all ongoing ECG tracings to diagnose the conditions. Therefore, to provide a seamless and accurate continuous monitoring system, we have developed a system consisting of a wearable device integrated with an AI-powered cloud-based dashboard. Firstly, our portable device allows patients to move around freely without interrupting the continuous monitoring of their ECG. We have filed for a patent to protect our hardware design. Secondly, our cloud-based dashboard provides a platform to process real-time ECGs. Lastly, our proprietary AI system detects abnormal ECGs and alert doctors immediately. With our system, we can reduce detection time to less than a minute, in turn, potentially improving the patient outcome for 100,000 cardiac admissions every year. Looking at the market size, the global market for ECG equipment sales is at $8.2 billion, with $314 million in our target markets. To capture the market, we intend to start working with hospitals and form strong relations with clinical champions to drive sales in target markets. We will continue software and hardware R&D to create more IPs. Our device will be sold directly as well as through distributors to our customers. We have already begun working very closely with our partners. For clinical trials, we have secured a clinical trial agreement with a leading private hospital in Singapore, as well as a letter of intent from a leading public hospital looking to purchase our device. Now, the Biotrack team comprises of 2 passionate co-founders with a strong technical background and experience working in local deep tech startups. Today, we are looking for investors for venture funding, as well as strategic partners in healthcare to help scale our business. We are also looking for healthcare distributors able to help us tap into our overseas target markets. Please feel free to drop us an email if you have any questions, and we look forward to hearing from you.
And that was Darren for Biotrack.
Hi,
Darren.
Sarah.
Hi. Okay, so there are a lot of wearable devices out there capable of measuring ECGs just like my watch. So how is Biotrack's ECG system better than other portable ECGs?
Thank you, Sarah. Most of the other portable ECG devices on the market, like the Apple Watch you're wearing right now, is only one lead compared to Biotrack's device, which captures the full 12 leads. The difference is that the 1 lead ECG is meant for basic cardiac monitoring, compared to Biotrack's patent-pending 12 lead ECG system that is used to provide a complete and comprehensive overview of the patient heart activity in real time.
So how many patients can your system monitor simultaneously?
Well, there's no limit to the number of patients that can be monitored. Our system is able to simultaneously monitor as many patients as required. And this is because we have a cloud server that is fully scalable. And our proprietary AI is able to simultaneously monitor as many patients as required and alerting doctors whenever there's any anomalies that are being presented.
Wow, so they can react fast as well.
Exactly.
Now, you mentioned that Biotrack also intends to sell the system to GP clinics. What is the value proposition of your system for GPs?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So ECG services in the GPs are not common because accurate diagnosis actually requires a trained specialist, and in our case, a cardiologist. So we leverage on AI to more quickly and accurately detect abnormal heart rhythms and subsequently refer the patients to the specialist clinics for a follow-up. And what this does is that for patients with serious cardiac conditions, they can be treated more quickly, in turn translating to a better patient outcome.
That is true, saving lives one step at a time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that, Darren.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck for later.
Thanks.
That was Biotrack. At this juncture, may I remind all of you, private pitch meetings with the team starts at 12:30 p.m. today. And you can book your 20-minute time slots with the teams you are interested in speaking with. The link is gripliftoff.com. We will be dropping it in your chat box, and you can click on the Meet the Teams button, select the team you would like to meet with, and click on Book a Meeting, and select the time slot for today. Okay, the teams are filling up their meetings very fast, and as timings are first come, first served, fastest fingers first, guys. While you book your slots, let's play a video of former GRIP alumni who have gone on to do great things after the incubator program.
Material science is the soul of our world. What something is made of determines how it can be used. At Elysium, we are developing new materials using NUS-driven research to solve problems that current materials cannot. Our first innovation was using nanoperovskite crystals to make X-ray scintillators. They allow X-rays to be captured in an image, but unlike traditional ones, ours are more efficient to produce and are flexible. This enables a wide range of sought-after X-ray applications that were never before possible. For example, with X-ray machines that can curve to our body shapes, more medical conditions can be detected with greater precision.
We also saw other opportunities for luminescent materials, such as inks that can convert specific wavelengths of UV or infrared into visible colors. There's a high demand for this technology in anti-counterfeiting measures. The core of Elysium remains our development capabilities. NUS GRIP help us look beyond what we have, building a bigger vision and strategic planning. Even today, we are finding new commercial applications to grow our business potentials.
As we scale up our current projects and build our product pipelines, it's the open possibilities of our future that excites us.
Delivering excellence through dyes doesn't even begin to describe what Aquarella does. Find out how this next team is revolutionizing diagnostics and drug delivery through exosomes.
Hello, I'm Sarah, co-founder and CMO of Aquarella, and we're enabling healthcare breakthroughs with dyes. You probably haven't noticed, but your body is a non-stop factory of billions of tiny particles called exosomes. Exosomes are like the messenger boys in our body, allowing cells to communicate. Until recent years, scientists thought exosomes were just the cell's way of taking out the trash. But now we know they're the future of our healthcare. And this industry is rapidly growing, with a 29.4% CAGR, and is expected to reach $2.9 billion by 2030. Disease cells make the bad exosomes, and they can be found in our body fluids for early and non-invasive diagnostics. But healthy cells make good exosomes, which can be harnessed as natural vehicles for drug delivery. But the problem? Finding exosomes is challenging. Imagine trying to find something that's 1,000 times smaller than a cross-section of your hair. Those are your exosomes. So the industry is in a rat race to find the best way to seek them out. Flow cytometry is one of the breakthrough methods for analyzing exosomes. It's ubiquitous in hospitals and labs worldwide. But a key component is dyes to make the exosome visible, and that's what the field is missing. Current dyes suffer from many problems, but the biggest is that they're unreliable, giving many false positives, and this is really holding back the entire industry. Aquarella has solved all of these problems. We've completely revamped the idea of exosome dyes, and our chemical structure is a radical change from anything else on the market. Importantly, our dyes only light up when they find their exosomes. Aquarella dyes are guaranteed to be accurate with 0 false positives. They're also fast and easy to use with answers in just 1 hour, while current dyes are unreliable with high false positives, and they're slow and difficult to use. Now, the entire exosome market for therapeutics and diagnostics stands at $2.9 billion, a market that's doubling year on year. Inside this is the exosome manufacturing and exosome research sectors. As a launch market, Aquarella will partner with reagent suppliers and distributors to help get the quickest penetration into this market. Our dyes have quickly gained traction with over 10 pilot sites worldwide, including key opinion leaders at the Harvard Medical School. We've also secured 3 letters of intent for further development and distribution. We're a team of scientists turned entrepreneurs who are committed to driving innovation in dyes. Geraldine and I are driving the business development, and our technology lead is Cheng. We're also joined by our scientific advisor, Prof. Bazan, who has a track record in commercializing dyes. Aquarella is a play on the Spanish word for watercolors, which truly encompasses the unique features of our dyes. With our strong IP, validated product market fit, we know we can make an impact on the growing exosome market. We've secured our lead investor, and we are looking to partner with more. So please contact us via email. Thank you.
Wow, impressive with 0 false positives.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
So why are exosomes and the detection of them so important and relevant in these times?
Thank you for that question. So imagine you were able to detect the presence of cancer from your saliva or other body fluid without the need for invasive diagnostics. That's a possibility with exosomes. But there's problems in the industry with their accurate detection and characterization that's really holding them back from making big breakthroughs. Aquarella is the key to unlocking this bottleneck so that we can enable the full power of the exosome.
So how are people solving this problem today?
People are currently repurposing tools that were developed for other applications, but they didn't take in the specific uniqueness of the exosome. When Aquarella designed these dyes, we custom developed them to have unique properties that are just for exosomes.
And what other applications do exosomes have?
Yeah, so exosomes from healthy cells can actually be repurposed as safe and non-toxic alternatives for drug delivery vehicles, kind of like our lipid nanoparticles for the mRNA vaccines. And exosomes from stem cells can actually be implemented into the cosmetic industry. And Aquarella is applicable to both of these industries as well.
Well, I hope you will meet great success today as well while meeting other potential business partners out there.
Thank you.
Good luck, Sarah.
Thanks.
And that was Aquarella. The next team would like pedicures to be safe for all, especially diabetic patients. Here is Exfolio with their safe diabetic foot exfoliator.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Pradeep from Exfolio. Today I'm excited to introduce you our electronic diabetic foot exfoliator, which can potentially prevent millions of amputations. People with diabetes will have problems with feet if they are not properly cared for by regular visits to the podiatrist. Even small cracks can become ulcers, often leading to infections and even amputation. According to studies, of the 400 million diabetic patients globally, nearly 4 million patients are at the risk of amputation. Podiatrists, they are overwhelmed. It takes 30 minutes per foot using surgical blades, and skill and extreme focus to avoid accidental cuts which can cause infections leading to amputations. The answer, our patent-pending electronic exfoliator, consisting of patches, hand tools, proprietary formulations, and control unit. It is a complete system controlled by the podiatrist using a smart device. After safe and fast exfoliation, the system stops automatically. This eliminates accidental cuts and injuries as well as occupational fatigue of podiatrists, allowing them to handle multiple cases simultaneously. They can handle more cases and also increase their revenues. The system therefore has both medical and economic value propositions. The total global diabetic podiatric care market is $3.9 billion, and our obtainable market is nearly $1 billion. The control unit and the smart device with Exfolio software will be leased to the podiatric clinic. In addition, we charge for consumables. Used consumables will be collected back from the podiatrist for recycling. We have already received 4 letters of intent covering 65 podiatric clinics in Singapore and India. 2 of the largest Singapore-based tertiary public diabetic food care centers have confirmed their interest in the Exfolio products. Oni and I are the co-founders as well as co-inventors. Our expertise is in medical device development. I have previously developed and licensed another device. To summarize, diabetic food is a very significant and commercially sizable market, and we have a unique game-changer solution to safely maintain the feet of diabetic patients. And we have excellent market traction. We invite investors to this promising venture as well as other podiatric clinics interested to try our system. Thank you for your kind attention.
And thank you for your pitch, Pradeep. And this was Exfolio. Now, your technology is very interesting, but why will podiatrists adopt your product?
We addresses the safety of regular podiatric diabetic food care. The podiatrists use sharp knives to keep the diabetic food in good shape, but it can cause accidental cuts and injuries which can become infected, and it becomes ulcer, and it can end up in amputation. So Exfolio eliminates the possibility of accidental cuts and injuries, and also it reduces the occupational fatigue of the podiatrist. In addition, the podiatrist can treat multiple patients in parallel, and so their patient throughput is increased. So we have happy podiatrists, happy patients, and we have a business with a value proposition in economic and medical terms.
That makes a lot of sense, but we want them to hear you a little bit better, so let's put the microphone even closer. Now, can it also be used for any cosmetic applications?
Of course. Exfolio is trying to develop the same technology for regular cosmetic care of the normal food. For the pedicure specialists and cosmetic experts as well as common people. It's a huge market, and we will grab it.
Well, I hope you grab your chances later this afternoon too.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that, Pradeep.
Thank you very much, Sarah.
And that was Exfolio. Next, guiding cancer treatment choices with simple biomarker tests. Our next team pitching is Polygomir.
Hello, I'm Dawn from Polygomir, where we're helping cancer patients make better treatment choices. Every 1 in 2 diagnosed cancer patient is prescribed radiotherapy. Unfortunately, radiotherapy does not work for everyone, and 25% of patients will not respond to radiotherapy, meaning either their tumors do not shrink or their cancer comes back. One can imagine as a radiation patient who's going to go through 2 months of treatment, spend tens of thousands of dollars and suffering the side effects. The patient will want to know if the treatment will work. Unfortunately, unlike chemotherapy, there isn't a test that oncologists can order that will reliably predict if patients would respond to the radiotherapy they receive. At Polygomir, we developed a PCR-based test that lets patients know if radiotherapy will work for them. By measuring the expression of 6 to 10 biomarkers present in their blood or biopsy samples, coupled with an in-house risk calculation methodology, we can assign risk scores to patients based on their biomarker levels, letting them know if radiotherapy will work for them. This information is conveyed as a test report to oncologists. Oncologists can then use the information from the report to tweak treatment plans to fit individual patients. The Polygomir test is a physician-prescribed test ran in MOH-accredited clinical laboratories. Starting with tests that target cervical and liver cancers, we will introduce our test as a companion diagnostics test for radiotherapy. Currently, there are many tests that predict response to chemotherapy. However, there is none for radiotherapy. This means that there is a $3 billion market opportunity in the radiotherapy companion diagnostic space that is waiting to be tapped. And at Polygomir, we are well poised to gain traction in this market with key partnerships formed with major cancer centers, clinical laboratories, and international collaborations. To ensure the success of Polygomir, I'm backed by a strong and talented team. I'm Dawn, an experienced cancer researcher and CEO at Polygomir. I'm joined by my commercial co-founder Yan Ting, who brings with her her experience from the healthcare industry. We are supported by our advisors from the scientific, medical, and commercial domains. To achieve our vision of helping patients make better decisions on their cancer treatment, we are seeking funding, collaborations, and partners for our clinical studies and product development efforts. And if you are interested in joining us in our efforts to improve the lives of cancer patients, please feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to share more of our work with you.
Thank you for that pitch, Dawn.
Thank you.
So why is Polygomir starting with cervical and liver cancers?
So we are starting with the cancers that are common in Asia and primarily treated with radiation therapy. So this is just the beginning. Of course, we are trying to reach as many cancers as we can in the next few years. So in the pipeline, immediately we are planning the development of cancers such as head and neck cancers, starting with nasopharyngeal, and we'll move on to other cancers from there.
Yeah, all the more common cancers
in Asia, yes.
In Asia, yes. So what is the accuracy of your tests?
For the cervical test, the accuracy is 96%, and for the liver cancer test, the accuracy is 84%. So this accuracy will improve as we finish our multi-cohort studies. And I think already, given that there's no test available right now, this is already a very good improvement from the current standard of care.
It's a huge step forward.
Yes.
Huge step forward.
Yes.
96% is incredible.
Yep.
No, so how do you plan to encourage the adoption of your test by oncologists?
So to encourage the adoption, we have been involving key opinion leaders. So these are oncologists who are leaders in their field from the very early stages of product development. So they are involved in the clinical trials as well as scientific publications of our panels. So through them, we are hoping to reach more clinicians via their extended networks. And we are also hoping to actually speak to more medical leaders as well as administrators from the public sector so that we can have outreach into the public hospitals as well.
I hope they're listening and book meetings with you later as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
And that was Polygomir with Dawn. Now, how can we make sense out of scent? And how can we use this practically? Next up, we have Scent Analytics to answer those questions.
Hi there, my name is Fred, co-founder of Scent Analytics, and I'm here to share with you how we are detecting plant diseases through scent. Each year, the UN estimates that 20 to 40% of global crop production are lost to plant diseases and insects. And this economic loss is valued of upwards of $300 billion US. For farmers, our main customers, the core pain is crop loss, which translates to significant monetary losses. And this happens because they are unable to detect diseases early and they don't know what diseases their plants are suffering from. Current methods to detect plant diseases are visual methods, lab tests, and bulking machines. These methods are ineffective as visual signs are only present 7 days after infection. All of these are costly and utilized after there is a problem. Our solution gives farmers an early disease detection system. It functions both in an indoor ventilated environment and outdoor windy environment. It can provide predictive and early alerts. It can run 24/7, providing live monitoring and periodic health reports. With this system, we aim to help farmers prevent crop loss, which can be anywhere between 10 to 40% of the entire revenue. This is our solution. It consists of a patent-pending two-part system, a hardware sensor, and a cloud-based AI engine, which converts gases in the air to valuable real-time data. Our system is IoT and 5G ready, allowing for 24/7 live monitoring. Our sensor is also drone and autonomous vehicle compatible for deployment in field operations. This is how our system works. Over here, we have a plant, our sensor connected to the internet, and our AI engine on the cloud. As plant constantly emits gases, also known as volatile organic compounds, our sensor picks up on these gases and sends samples to the cloud, where our AI engine analyzes the sample and determines whether the plant is healthy or infected. This information is then sent back to the sensor display or the customer's preferred interface for the grower to take action to prevent crop loss. Our business model consists of a one-time hardware fee coupled with a monthly software subscription. We are currently working with agriculture system integrators for drone and outdoor applications, a mushroom grower for disease and quality detection, a tea exporter for differentiating and cataloging tea, as well as an industrial solutions provider for gas and vapor detection. This is a photo of our sensors placed alongside a vertical farm grow tray, showing that the plant is healthy. Our team is comprised of Dr. Tan Wee Chong, a senior research fellow at NUS, and myself, a management and operations professional with an MBA from NUS Business School. To sum up, we have just one sensor to detect plant diseases both indoors and outdoors, and our technology has potential applications in other diverse industries. We are looking for agriculture system integrators, collaborators, and investors to help bring us to the next stage of our growth.
And that was Fred from Cent Analytics. Hi, Fred.
Hi, Sarah.
So how easily can your system be integrated in existing systems or solutions?
So we have designed our system to be like a plug-and-play system so that farmers can easily integrate it into the existing monitoring systems with minimal operator training. And for like an urban farm, what we can do is go and place our sensors in specific spots around the farm to determine overall plant health as well as farm health.
Sounds like there's a lot of monitoring
A lot.
going on. So what are the two most common plant diseases your system can detect?
Right, so we're currently building up a library of diseases, and so far we have detected XCC bacteria as well as some fungi, two of the most prominent diseases in the plant industry. So for an urban farmer here in Singapore, what we can do is, if they are able to detect these diseases early, they can save almost 500,000 Singapore dollars a year.
That is huge for a small farmer. So huge savings over there, and I'm sure when applied to bigger farms, even more savings. So you mentioned that your technology also has other applications. Can you talk about some of those?
Sure. So in addition to plant diseases, what we're really working on right now is trying to determine food freshness as well as food quality. For example, from farms all the way to the consumers, tracking the food throughout the supply chain. More interestingly, we also have potential applications in detecting human diseases. For example, you know how like dogs can detect some sorts of cancer,
Yes.
some sorts of drugs? Our solution can be configured to do the same.
That is incredible. So there's huge potential, not just in plants.
Yes.
Hopefully more years have perked up and you will get lots of meetings booked. Thank
Thanks,
you
Sarah.
so much for that, Fred.
Good day. Thank you.
And with that, we have come to the end of NUS GRIP Liftoff Day Run 7. Congratulations to all our teams for surviving yet another grueling round of pitching. And to all our viewers, please do remember to book your private meeting sessions with the teams that start at 12:30 p.m. I am Sarah N.K., and this has been NUS GRIP.